Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss 5 most important and potential MCQs in pediatrics for your upcoming NEET PG and INI set exam. Okay, so let's begin with the first question, that is, what is the target core temperature of therapeutic hypothermia in newborns with HIE? So you see, therapeutic hypothermia in newborns with HIE. So basically, we need to know the inclusion criteria, okay, for inducing therapeutic hypothermia in HI. So, what are they, students? First of all, the baby need to be the PMA, that is post menstrual age of the baby needs to be more than 36 weeks. Okay, the birth weight should be at least more than 2 kgs. Okay, and the HI, that is hypoxic ischemic encephalopathy, should be minimum ranging from moderate to severe. Okay, so if it satisfies all these criteria, then only you can induce therapeutic hypothermia. Okay, and what are the major exclusion criteria? Major exclusion criteria are: if there is any severe intracranial hemorrhage in the baby, if there is any lethal chromosomal anomalies in the baby, or any bleeding diathesis. Okay, these are the relevant important points which you need to know. And one more important point is, therapeutic hypothermia should be induced at least within 6 hours. Okay, these are the relevant important things which you should know. Now coming to the answer. Okay, so this will be 32.5 to 34.5 degrees Celsius. And if suppose no range is given, only the target core temperature is given, then that will be actually 35 degree Celsius. Okay, so done this question. So moving on to the second one. So see, this is basically an image based question. Okay, so you read it carefully. All of the following is true regarding the image depicted below, except, okay, so you see the options. Majority can be diagnosed on prenatal USG. Males are more commonly affected, associated with pulmonary hypoplasia, and subcostal approach is most frequently used in correction of this disease. Okay, rather anomaly. Okay, so before moving on to the answer, you need to diagnose the case. What is the case, students? So see, from the X-ray, it is very evident. You can see something over here. The bowel loops coming in the lung field. Okay, so what is this? This is basically nothing but if it's a neonate, then it's a case of congenital diaphragmatic hernia, right? So, in case of congenital diaphragmatic hernia, definitely this can be diagnosed by prenatal USG, okay, at 16 to 24 weeks of gestation. It can be diagnosed, okay. Moving on to the second one, males are more commonly affected. No, students, females are 2 times more affected than males. Okay, associated with pulmonary hypoplasia, yes, definitely, and intestinal malrotation. Subcostal approach is the most frequently used in correction. True. Okay. So this is going to be your answer. And few more relevant points you should know is, what is the most common type of CDH, that is Bok Dalek. Okay. This is the most common, followed by Morgagni. Okay. This is actually left posterolateral. This is commoner on the right side, and this is in anteromedial. Okay, so clear. So next, moving on to the third MCQ. Down score includes all of the following parameters except. So basically, students, lots and lots of MCQs has already been asked from Silverman score. Okay, so I don't think Silverman score is again a hot topic. I feel down score might be asked this time. Okay. So down score includes all the following parameters except. So for that you need to know the parameters. You see this, follow this table students. It's written. All the parameters are nicely done. So basically again for you I have made one mnemonic which is easy to remember, that is R G curd. Okay, so R stands for respiratory rate, G for grunting, C for cyanosis, A for air entry, and R for retraction. Okay, if you are remembering all these five parameters, then it's very easy to answer, right? So you see cyanosis, respiratory rate, grunting, yes. So the answer will be nasal flaring. Okay, and one more important thing from down score is, you see, if the score ranges from 0 to 3, it's mild, nothing to do. If it's 4 to 6, it's moderate, still okay, acceptable. If the score is 7 to 10, okay, then this is suggestive of impending respiratory failure, okay. And for this, you need to give some support, respiratory support to the neonate. Clear? So, moving on to the next question. What is the wavelength of light used in phototherapy for treating neonatal hyperbilirubinemia or neonatal jaundice? Okay, so very catchy one, students. This is a factual one. Yes, this is nothing but 460 to 490 nanometer. This you need to remember. Okay, and what is the irradiance of the light used? It is 30 microwatt per centimeter. Okay. Next is, what is the mechanism of action of phototherapy? So all of you are knowing that is photo isomerization, structural isomerization, and photo oxidation. Okay, and one more important MCQ, potential MCQ, which may be asked is, what is the contraindication of phototherapy? Only one absolute contraindication of phototherapy is porphyria. Clear? So, moving on to our last MCQ of the day, that is, what is the size of endotracheal tube used for intubation in term neonates? Okay, so this size will be basically depicted in millimeter of internal diameter. Okay, so again, for you people, I have taken up this chart from Nelson textbook of pediatrics. Okay, so you see, below 28 weeks, or if the neonate is less than 1 kg, okay, then we will use 2.5. Done. Next, from 1 to 2 kg, we will use 3, size 3. From 2 to 3 kg, we will use size 3 or 3.5. And more than 3 kg, we can use 3.5 or 4. So again, this is a database question. Here, your answer will be 3.5. Done. So the other ones may also be asked. Okay. So hope this session was useful, students. We will again be meeting with lot more MCQs very soon. Thank you.